Hello everyone. Today I'd like to invite you along on a ride on Highway 34, which goes from Soda Springs over to Freedom, Wyoming. Highway 34 is an alternate to I-15. If you'd rather take some two-laners with some nice twists and some nice views, I'd take this highway instead of I-15 if you're heading to Yellowstone or Grand Teton National Park. It might take you a little bit longer to get there, but it'll be worth every minute of it. So I invite you to come along on this road and enjoy the views. See you in a bit. I'm not sure if you saw it in the intro, but behind me was Blackfoot Reservoir. This ride through here, it has a great variation of terrain. You'll have huge open plains like the one we just saw there, and it'll switch over to canyons, but a few miles after you leave Soda Springs, the road is anything but straight. All the corners are all just sweeping turns. Some of them have a speed limit of 35, I believe is what's posted on them. Nothing real tight, nothing too sneaky, but definitely want to watch what you're doing in case one sneaks up on you while you're looking around at all the beautiful views here. You see there's these big open valleys and these rolling hills. Got grass and pine trees and sagebrush and you name it, it's all on this road. Like I said in the intro, this is a road that you can take instead of traveling up I-15 to get to Grand Teton National Park. And if you wanted to continue on through Grand Teton into Yellowstone, this would be a great way to get there too. It would add quite a bit more time if you were going up to the northern parts of Yellowstone, but if you're coming to the southern end, this would be the road you'd want to take. This area is absolutely gorgeous. You can see there's cattle around here, just rolling hills and turns and awesome views. There is one section that has open range, so there could be cattle on the road if in that one section, but I didn't see any when I went through there this time. The road's in really good shape. There's very few bumps, really smooth road, and like I said, it's got some great views. One thing I wanted to ask during this video was what are your guys' take on how you get from place to place? Do you ride the freeways, or do you look for these out of the way two-lane roads? I'd like to get your feedback on that. I know for me, riding's not about putting in the miles. I could have a short ride on two-lane back roads and just be as happy as can be, and I'd probably be 10 times happier than if I went 10 times farther on the freeway. Freeways just bore me to death. I can't handle driving them. I don't like riding them for sure. You know, if you're in a hurry to get from one place to the other, they're great, but if you're out on vacation or just out to enjoy a day of riding, two-laners are the only ways to go. You can see that's a huge valley there. That's actually the Grays River Wildlife Refuge over there. So if you would, in the comments below, leave what your take is on riding. You know, do you enjoy the freeways more and just pounding out a bunch of miles, or would you rather take the back roads? I'll get back with you here in just a few when we get down into some of these canyons. See you then. One thing I did want to mention is Soda Springs, which is I believe where Highway 34 starts. I don't think it goes all the way to I-15. But that was area where the Oregon Trail came through. And there's some pretty interesting stuff around there, you know, that relates to the history of that and just the history of the town itself. There's a lot of mining around Soda Springs. Just as you head out of town to the north, you run across huge tailing piles that, you know, are almost beyond belief. These things are mountains, but what they mine there is phosphate for fertilizer. So that's what those are all about. And but there's some other interesting things. I'll put some pictures of them here, you know, that relate to the Oregon Trail and just some other attractions in the area. As you can see, there's some pretty good corners on this road. Anyway, I'll put the pictures right here. I just wanted you guys to see that cool corner right there. Well, we're dropping into the canyon here, and if you look on the side of the road sometimes, you'll see Tin Cup Creek, and I guess it's probably responsible for carving this canyon down through here. But it's a cool little canyon. Got quite a few turns in it. It's wooded in places and sagebrush in others, and brushy willows along the creek, and just enough turns to keep things interesting. I think it's probably 10 or 12 miles long. Don't really know for sure, but like I said, it beats the freeway. Looks like there's some beaver dams and stuff in this creek too. There are a couple of campgrounds along this creek. One's called Pine Bar, and one is called Tin Cup. They're pretty primitive. I think all they have is pit toilets. I don't think they have any water. They do have picnic tables and little, you know, camp spots. So if you did want to camp in this beautiful area, in fact, Pine Bar is right there where that RV's parked. Doesn't have very many spots, but it's a cool little area. You know, if you want to ride this road and got a little tired or something, you could pull into one of those places and camp. You can see here, this is just a beautiful ride down through here. I think it adds probably about an hour to the drive, if that. It might not even add that much, but it's definitely worth it in the amount of scenery you get on this road. And you can see it's not real busy. I've had nobody behind me for the past 20 miles, and I've been riding along at 50-55 miles an hour, and no one's even come up behind me. I'm not in any hurry, but there's a lot of cars heading back south. It's a Sunday afternoon, so a lot of the people from Salt Lake come up this way on vacation, so it gets pretty busy going that direction at this time of day on Sunday. But this time of day heading north, there's nobody on this road. So, you know, I highly recommend taking this road instead of the freeway. If for nothing else, the lack of traffic and how relaxing this road would be compared to 80 miles an hour dealing with a bunch of knuckleheads driving on the freeway. Well, I hope you enjoyed today's video. We're going to end it here on the banks of Tin Cup Creek. I'm far enough off the road, and I don't think anybody's going to come over here and ask me any questions or ask me if I'm okay today. That seemed to happen a lot. If you enjoyed the video, I'd ask that you hit the like button. And if you'd like to see more videos like this, please subscribe and hit the bell notification button. That way you'll be notified every time I upload a new video. So I'll leave it right here and leave you with some more views of the canyon down along Tin Cup Creek. And I suggest if you're heading up to Grand Teton Park or Yellowstone National Park that you come this way and avoid the freeway. Take care, ride safe, and thanks.